We have our garlic. Oh, this baby blows, she running up his love. This took my breath away. Diddy Usher, sister. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Motion everything round and say, and just take my breath away. Terrence Howard just took my breath away. Breath away. Shout out to Kelly, Veronica in the building, Pebbles. We're surviving 50 Cent teaming up with Terrence Howard. Justin Bieber, we're going to get justice. Because Terrence Howard been calling the industry out for years. Get your garlic prepared. We must meditate, ladies and gentlemen. What is the bullshit? Everything you can say. Everybody say it with me. Take my breath away. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Surviving Usher and Surviving Diddy Glover. This is a major bombshell. Girl, yes, it takes my breath away every time. Every time when I get new information. We must blow out the garlic freak off candles. You know what I'm saying? Poison puppet in the building. I mean, this is a major move right here for 50 Cent. 50 Cent is a genius. Yes, you are a genius, 50. 50 Cent got Justin Bieber and he got Terrence Howard. And ladies and gentlemen, he has Columbus Short, actor Columbus Short, Parallel Bible, all on this Justin Bieber goddamn documentary. This Usher and Justin Bieber and Diddy's documentary is going to be cold. It's going to be cold. And like 50 Cent said, he was sitting on Diddy's lap like a freak off Santa Claus. And it wasn't Justin Bieber's fault. Usher, you sat on Diddy's lap allegedly like a freak off Santa Claus. And 50 Cent said it out of his mouth. Chicks are gonna have people to sit on your lap at some point or something. I do it too. Yeah, you got that from the Diddy one. See, why? It's not where I was going. That's your man. You set that up. No. Chicks are gonna have people to sit on your lap at some point or something. I do it too. You got that from the Diddy one. Wow. So Usher was sitting on Diddy's lap at the Diddy's freak off parties. He been sitting on Diddy's lap, and Diddy would say, "Are you being naughty? Have you been nice? Have you brought me any alleged children like Justin Bieber to the freak off dungeon, pure survival?" Smash that like button, guys. Terrence Howard teamed up with 50 Cent. This is gonna be epic. See, why? It's not where I was going. That's your man. You set that up. No. Chicks are gonna have people to sit on your lap at some point or something. I do it too. You got that from the Diddy one. Everything that you learned from the Diddy party, Usher, this is why you're protecting him. But you're no longer going to be able to protect Diddy Glover. Yes, Diddy Glover just got to win in court. For the people that don't know, Diddy's sentence got reduced from June to 24th down to April something 2028, and we all know that Diddy Glover is up on a freak off appeal. Diddy Glover is up on a freak off appeal, and 50 Cent is not going to have it. So Usher, all that defending Diddy Glover, Terrence Howard know too much. Terrence Howard know too much, sir.
Certain people are prosecuted and maybe not recognized for the greatness, that they offer. Uh,
Now, the greatness that people offer, you should be talking about Justin Bieber. What about the greatness that Justin Bieber offered? Usher, pure survival. You talking about people being judged for the greatness, they're being persecuted. But what about the greatness that your little brother, Justin Bieber, was like your little goddamn brother, pure survival? And now 50 Cent is going to bring this all to light. He gave you freak off milking cookies, Usher. 50 Cent said you was sitting on his lap at the Diddy Glover's freak off dungeon. And Diddy gave you some toys. He bought you them skates, them Super Bowl skates. Were those the freak off skates? Everybody smashed that like button. And somebody said I look like Diddy Glover.
Sean Combs, because my experience was not what the world has seen, and how he's been, misrepresented. Um, I'm not saying that every man is perfect. I'm not saying that all of us don't have flaws, but can't, with any sense of humanity, not recognize the valuable contributions that this man made.
Now, everybody in the chat, smash that like button. Everybody, if y'all think that Usher is full of crap. Everybody, it should be 500 likes if y'all agree that Usher is full of crap. Everything he said right here. Now, if y'all don't smash the like button, then this means y'all agree with Usher that we're not giving Diddy Glover enough credit for all the greatness that he done. Forget the greatness. What about the horror, Usher? What about the trauma? Now you got 50 Cent teaming up with Terrence Howard, and Terrence Howard his team allegedly said that he knows some stuff about you, Usher. So it's going to look bad, sir. And I know your wife know what's going on right now. And Terrence Howard went off on everybody the last time that they tried to judge him for telling on Diddy.
Some people are persecuted and maybe not recognized for the greatness, that they offer. I don't have anything negative to say about Sean Combs, because my experience was not what the world has seen, and how he's been, misrepresented. Um, I'm not saying that every man is perfect. I'm not saying that all of us don't have flaws, but I can't, with any sense of humanity.
Now, Diddy Glover is misrepresented. Smash that like button if y'all think that Diddy misrepresented his own self. Smash that like button if y'all think that Diddy Glover misrepresented his own self. He made everybody think that I'm this great producer. I can make your dreams come true. Pure survival. I can make you a star. Instead, he became a nightmare. And you said that you still have bad dreams of Diddy Glover. Pure survival. You said that you had dreams that baby oil was came to life. A bottle of baby oil came to life and it was coming to get you in your dreams. Ursher. So how the hell is you gonna act like Diddy is misrepresented? How do you think Kim Porter feel from the grave? Craig Mack, Tupac, Biggie, all of them that's hearing you say these words, Ursher. And 50 Cent is gonna make you eat these words.
Not recognize the valuable contributions that this man made. I think certain people are prosecuted and maybe not recognized for the greatness, that they offer. I don't have anything negative to say about Sean Combs, because my experience was not what the world has seen, and how he's been, misrepresented. Um, I'm not saying that every man is perfect. I'm not saying that all of us don't have flaws, but can't, with any sense of humanity, not recognize the valuable contributions that this man made. Uh,
But with any sense of humanity, Usher, you can't recognize all the horror that he done. You can't any sense of humanity. You can't recognize all the horror. You know what I'm saying? What about Diddy's camp? Diddy Glover Freak Off Camp. Why didn't you talk about that? Just like Diddy's ex-bodyguard, Gene Deal. I always shout out Gene Deal, and I shout out Gene Deal's clip on kneecaps. Because Gene Deal's kneecaps said that your mother, they knew that you allegedly got put in the hospital by Diddy Glover, and you're sitting there pretending that he was so great to you. Now they're going to talk about that hospital, Ursher. If that really, really happened, 50 Cent, they said allegedly got the doctors that was there when you allegedly went to the hospital. This documentary gonna be crazy.
I know Usher was the one that had to be rushed to the hospital. If his family members way back then didn't do nothing when they knew what happened to him and why he was rushed to the hospital, how do they expect other people to be responsible for what they didn't do?
Smash that like button if y'all agree with Gene Deal and Gene Deal's kneecaps. Gene Deal's kneecaps said if his family, if Usher's mom and everybody else knew that Diddy Glover allegedly put him in the hospital, how could you get mad at us? If they knew about it and they tried to hide it and sweep it under the freak off rug, and they tried to sweep it under the freak off rug.
Usher was the one that had to be rushed to the hospital. If his family members way back then didn't do nothing when they knew what happened to him and why he was rushed to the hospital, how do they expect other people to be responsible for what they didn't do? They wanted their kid to be a star, a mega star. So whatever happened to him then, they may not want it to be known, but they knew something happened enough that his mother had to come get him out of Diddy camp.
Wow. They knew that it was so bad that his mother had to come get him out of Diddy Glover's freak off camp. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to K. Just hit that super chat. Pure survival. What's up? Wanted to say I love your videos. Thank you so much, K. Pure survival. You know what I mean? You first to hit that super chat. And we gotta be careful when we hitting that super chat. Because when y'all hit that super chat, it upsets those people in Hollywood. Pure survival. It upsets the people in Hollywood. They be pissed off. They be like, oh my God, they got a pure survival coat going on over there. And look, you know Terrence Howard don't care to tell. Because when he told on Diddy the first time, people got mad at Terrence Howard. Remember? And this what Terrence had said to the people that was making videos trolling him over Diddy. So you know he gonna tell 50 Cent everything.
Conclusions. But we're going to do this respectfully, otherwise, we'll end in a duel. And I mean a duel, real life duel, where only one person walks away. We can meet with guns, bottles, knives, or books and equations. But we're going to do this like men, or conclusions. But we're going to do this respectfully, otherwise, we'll end in a duel. And I mean a duel, real life duel, where only one person walks away. We can meet with guns, bottles, knives, or books and equations.
Does it sound like Terrence Howard is scared to tell? He said if anybody got a problem with him exposing Diddy Glover, pure survival, we can meet up with bow and arrows, guns, or we can meet up with library books. We can have a spelling bee. We can have a read off. Terrence Howard don't give a damn. Diddy tried to blow this man's back out, pure survival. So how do you think that how he feels about Justin Bieber's back being blown out allegedly by these demons? So Terrence don't care.
It's like men, or the conclusions. But we're going to do this respectfully, otherwise, we'll end in a duel. And I mean a duel, real life duel, where only one person walks away. We can meet with guns, bottles, knives, or books and equations. But we're going to do this like men, or
And everybody, put your garlic in the chat. We have our garlic for these freak off vampires. I let everybody know these demons in Hollywood, they're vampires. You have to understand, some of them glow in the dark. Some of them can go outside in the sunlight, and some of these vampires can't. The sunlight burns their eyes, but the top vampires like Diddy Glover's mother, Mrs. Glover, she can be in sunlight. So you have to have garlic. You If you put your garlic on your chains, your necklaces, things like that, get it implanted in your medallions, the garlic will protect you from these demons. I just wish the children had garlic, you know what I'm saying, to protect them from these demons. Straight up. You know what I mean? And we're gonna look at this, Usher. If you bent Russell Simmons over like this, sir, this is Usher and this is Russell Simmons. Tasty cakes wide in the goddamn air. Pure survival. If you blew his back out on the beach right here, y'all two having a romantic rendezvous. Russell Simmons and Usher's having a romantic rendezvous. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing all of this bromantic shit. And would you make you think that we don't believe something happened to Justin Bieber? Pure survival. Look how you poking Russell like that upside down. Y'all doing karate freak offs. Y'all doing gymnastic freak offs. You know what I'm saying? Your little peckers hard in the motherfucker behind Russell Simmons. Tasty cakes. Ursher, we're not going to allow this freak off behavior no longer. Nobody should have to get bent like a Pepsi can any longer in the Hollywood motherfucking place. Pure survival. We're going to stop these demons. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody farted. Oh my God. Look, Russell Simmons just passed gas on his wiener. This is crazy, guys. We're not playing this behavior no more, Russell. And other survivors are coming forward. Do y'all know Columbus Short from the movie Drumline? Him, Terrence Howard, Justin Bieber, they all gonna be on this documentary. And you remember Columbus Short said that Diddy tried to blow his motherfucker back out.
Snitching in the kitchen. Diddy, tell on him. He tried it on me, so I know it's true. I was married. My ex-wife, a phone call in the middle of the night, about 2:30 in the morning. It was my wife says, phone was unknown number, unknown number.
And this is actor Columbus Short. 4 o'clock in the morning, Diddy's trying to prowl his tasty cakes out of his bed while he's laying in bed with his wife. He's a survivor. He teamed up with 50 Cent too.
Snitching in the kitchen. Diddy, tell on him. He tried it on me, so I know it's true. I was married. My ex-wife, a phone call in the middle of the night, 2:30 in the morning. It was my wife says, "Pick up the phone." It was an unknown number, unknown number. Pick up the phone. Who's calling you? Picked up the phone. He said, we didn't see what BET was. We didn't see what BET was. Um, what you doing? I'm like, I'm in bed with my wife. I said, I went to Beverly Hills. Okay. Beverly Hills Hotel. I said, what's up? I said, who over there? He said, just me.
Do you hear this? Diddy Glover was trying. Put a one in the chat if y'all believe Columbus Short, actor Columbus Short. Put a two in the chat if y'all don't believe him. He got a call at 4 o'clock in the morning. Diddy's at a hotel by himself, buck ass naked, while he's in bed with his wife. Diddy's trying to get him over to his hotel to glaze his donut. To glaze his donut. And Usher, you trying to act like nothing happened to Justin Bieber? Look at these grown men, these survivors. So if he tried to smash him and everybody else, why wouldn't he try to smash Justin Bieber? You know what I mean? Shout out to Balls Talk 101. Cause they spoke to Columbus Short. You know what I'm saying? When he was surviving Diddy Glover. Unknown number. I don't answer unknown numbers. But my wife's looking at me like, yeah, yeah, yeah. He's like, yeah, pick it up. Know about this. I put it on speaker. Yeah. Picked it up. And said, who's this? Sean. I'm like, Sean, Puff. Like, oh, what's good? Talking low like that. Talking low. So I was like, hey, what's good? I said, what's great? He said, we didn't see you tonight at the BET Awards. We didn't see you tonight. And did you hear what he said? Diddy called his phone and was whispering. He was talking real low, like, "Yo, what you doing tonight? Can you come to my dungeon? Can you come to my hotel? I got a lot of baby oil. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm trying to get real freaky deaky. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button. Shout out to Miss Pan Glingo, Pills of Bible. Miss Pan Glingo coming the door, just dropping a big 20 during survival. Shout out Miss Pan Glingo. I told y'all. See, look, Miss Pan Glingo, y'all gonna upset Hollywood. If y'all keep sending super chats, they're gonna get mad. They're gonna say that pure survival shit is a cult. Pure survival. They're gonna say y'all are helping support me stop these demons. We gotta stop sending super chats. Pure survival. We're pissing them off, Miss Panaglingo. Yo, then he was sitting there whispering to this man on the phone. Speak. Yeah. Picked it up and said, "Who's this?" Yeah. I'm like, "Sean." Puff. Like, "Oh, it's good." Talking low like this. Talking low. So I was like, "Hey, what's good?" I said, "What's crying?" He said, we didn't see you tonight at the BET Awards. We didn't see you tonight." He said, "He checking in." He said, what you doing?" I was like, "Oh man, I'm at the crib." He said, "Oh yeah, we over here at the he said, "I'm over here at the Beverly Hills Hotel." I said, "Oh, for real?" I said, "Who over there?" "Just me." Wow. So listen, everybody, put a one in the chat if y'all think Diddy was trying to smash actor Columbus Short. Put a two in the chat if y'all don't think he was trying to smash. He said, "Who is over there with you?" Diddy said, "It's just me." Why would you be trying to get this grown man to get up out of his bed with his wife, pure survival, to come to a hotel by himself? Why you over there by yourself? I'm laying with my kitty cat, pure survival, and you want me to come be up under your ding-a-ling. This is crazy. Poor Justin Bieber and Orlando Brown, all them other young kids. I appreciate 50 Cent teaming up with Terrence Howard, Columbus Short, all of them to expose Usher in this new documentary. I'm getting like movie offers, right? All these things that's kind of happening. And one day, I got a phone call, unknown number. I answered it, and it was Diddy. And I was like, fanboyed out. Like, what? He's like, "Man, I'm a big thing, man. You killed that movie, boo, boo, boo. Hey, I heard you coming to New York next week to do 106 in Park. Hey, pull up at the Sandra store. You can get whatever you want. Like, boom, go out there, go up there, look fresh, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, Diddy's look. And you see how he did him? And this is why 50 Cent feels some kind of way. Columbus Short was on his way to New York. Somehow Diddy Glover found out and told him, "Yo, you coming to New York? Well, you can pull up to the store and get whatever Sean John clothes you want." Pure survival. So he was already trying to get this man clothes, already trying to groom him. He had plans for his tasty cakes. Diddy knew how to groom motherfuckers. He's like, "Yo, you can get whatever you want." You know what I mean? We got 1,800 people. Everybody smash that like button, guys. I answered it. It was Diddy. And I was like, fanboyed out. Like, what? He's like, "Man, I'm a big thing, man. You killed that movie, boo, boo, boo. Hey, I heard you coming to New York next week to do 106 in Park. Hey, pull up at the Sandra store. You can get whatever you want. Like, boom, go out there, go up there, look fresh, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, Diddy's looking out for me, man. I never met him when I got to New York. I just went to the Chandra store and they was like, opened up the gates for me. Yeah, I geared up, boom, boom, boom. Never met him when I was there for those couple of days. Then that was January. February, because Stomp came out January 17, 2007. So February was All Star in Vegas. Now, everybody, put a one in the chat if you've seen the movie Stomp the Yard. Put a two in the chat if you never seen the movie Stomp the Yard. This is Columbus Short. He starred in the movie called Stomp the Yard. I think Nick Cannon was in the movie, couple different people. This man was in danger. Diddy Glover had a contract on this man's back. When they put a contract on your back and they say, "Hey, I want those tasty cakes." And Diddy already said, "Whatever I want, I have to hit. Whatever I want, I have to smash." And he didn't even know that it was coming, that Diddy was coming for that back. Fresh, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Diddy's looking out for me, man. I never met him when I got to New York. I just went to the Chandra store and they was like, opened up the gates for me. Yeah, I geared up, boom, boom, boom. Never met him when I was there for those couple days. Then that was January. February,
Because Stomp came out January 17, 2007. So February was All Star in Vegas that year, 2007. Never forget it. So went to the All Star game. It's crazy. And then my boys, my partners, they roll with Diddy Tough. They was like, the band for Bad Boy for a long time. They're like, hey man, Diddy said you could come to the Palms. He's having an after party. He had the big one with the pool.
Y'all see that? So Diddy Glover made sure he got him some clothes. He said he could go shopping. He could get whatever he want for free. Okay, soon as he get to New York. Then he sends somebody to tell him, tell Columbus he can come to the party. He can come to the after party. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't party together. Remember when he told Fabulous? Fabulous says, I already partied with you, did he? He said, no, but we didn't party. Smash that like button, guys. We need 1,000 likes in the building. We got 2,000 people right now. This is how Diddy grooms. And this is what happened to Justin Bieber. I feel like it was worse for Justin.
Star in Vegas. Yeah, 2007. Never forget it. So went to the All Star game. It's crazy. And then my boys, my partners, they roll with Diddy Tough. They was like, the band for Bad Boy for a long time. They're like, hey man, Diddy said you could come to the Palms. He's having an after party. He had the big one with the pool. I'm gonna help. So, I went up there, it was packed. I mean, niggas was in the lobby from lines trying to get in. They was just security, security through. And Diddy was just, so this went on for about a year. Any parties he had, I was, go. I didn't know that there was other parties. Yeah.
Y'all see that? So for a whole year, Diddy Glover is inviting them to the party. Put a one in the chat if y'all feel like that was him grooming them. That was him grooming them. For a whole year, he's letting him come to these parties, but he didn't know that it's another level to the parties. He wasn't going to the freak offs. Diddy was letting him come to the cool parties just to make sure he play him close. You know what I'm saying? He's putting seasoning on his tasty cakes, putting salt and pepper on his tasty cakes before he go in for the freak off kill. Smash that like button, guys. We got 2,200 people. Shout out to all of y'all in the building. If y'all want if y'all want justice for Justin Bieber and all the other young stars, smash that like button so this could get out there. If y'all want justice for them, because this is horrible. And then Usher, you want to try to say that we're not giving Diddy his credit? What for this? For tricking men into blowing their backs out?
Well, yeah, I've been there. Yeah. So, I went up there, it was packed. I mean, niggas was in the lobby from lines trying to get in. They was just security, security through. And Diddy was just, so this went on for about a year. Any parties he had, I was, go. I didn't know that there was other parties. Yeah. I wasn't at the party. I was at, the big party. And then Diddy called me one day after I did Cadillac Records. He came to the premiere of Cadillac Records in New York. And he was like, man, you killed that. He said, I'm up for this movie.
Now I got another question. Put a one in the chat if y'all saw the movie Cadillac Records with Beyonce, with Beyonce and Beyonce's halitosis. Cadillac Records, he starred in that movie too. Now pay attention. Look, Diddy was riding all the guys. Yes. Like Diddy Glover made sure that he went to the Cadillac record movie premiere. Now he had him coming to parties, he had him wearing the Sean John clothes, but he don't know that Diddy's trying to smash this whole time. He has no idea. Why would you come to the movie premiere? Then he came to the movie premiere talking about, yo, you killed that. You killed that. Listen to this shit. This shit is wild.
Went on for about a year. Any parties he had, I was, go. I didn't know that there was other parties. Yeah. You wasn't at the party. I wasn't at the party. I was at, the big party. And then Diddy called me one day after I did Cadillac Records. He came to the premiere of Cadillac Records in New York. And he was like, man, you killed that. He said, I'm up for this movie or this show. It was a movie, Raisin in the Sun. Yeah. He's like, I need an acting coach, man. So I put him with my acting coach. Okay. Since I was a kid. Yeah. And my acting coach, big shout out, Josh Baton. Wonderful.
Now, do y'all remember when Terrence Howard said that Diddy asked him to be his acting coach? Put a one in the chat if y'all remember Terrence Howard saying Diddy Glover asked him, could he be his acting coach? So come to find out, Diddy asked Columbus Short, can he be his acting coach? So that's his pickup line. Ladies, have you ever had a guy try to pick you up? Pure Bible, talking about, hey, beautiful, can I take you out on a date? Can I? Diddy's line was, I want you to be my acting coach. He probably tried to smash Denzel Washington. Pure Bible. Diddy did not care. Everybody get them likes up. We got 2,500 people in the building. Diddy wants me to be his acting coach, guys. What should I do?
Coach, man. So I put him with my acting coach. Like, since I was a kid. Yeah. My acting coach, big shout out, Josh Baton. Wonderful, phenomenal acting coach. And he started working with him. Then Diddy was on a series for a little bit, and then he was working. He was always looking out. So I think it was just now looking back, it's like the groomage. Right? Yeah. So
See that?
I was
Even Columbus Short said, when I look back at what Diddy Glover was doing with me, I can see the groomage. I can see the groomage. So how come Usher acts like he wasn't grooming Justin Bieber? He didn't promise Justin Bieber a car and a motherfucking house when he was like 2 years old. Pure survival. Justin Bieber had a pack of Pampers in his backpack. He had a diaper on the day Diddy took him for 48 hours. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? So if Diddy Glover would do that to this man, what chance do you think Justin Bieber had to survive the dungeon? Smash that like button, guys. I mean, I'm getting overwhelmed. I gotta hold my garlic. I gotta hold my garlic. I'm starting to feel like the vampires. I could just feel and sense them in the air, and they know that I'm exposing them during survival. So I have to have the garlic very close to me when I think about their demonic behavior. These vampires are real. Have y'all ever seen the movie Lost Boys? Thou shalt not kill. If you ain't see the movie Lost Boys, go look it up. It's from the 1990s. You know what I'm saying? The vampires slept upside down in the cave. You know what I'm saying? And then the mom, she didn't even know that she was dating the head vampire, Pure Survival, because they invited him in the house. You know what I'm saying? And if you invite a vampire into your house, it renders your power. It renders your power. You know what I'm saying? So the garlic won't affect a vampire if you let him in your house. You don't know that. You're giving him the upper hand. But he knew that Diddy was grooming him.
wonderful, phenomenal acting coach. And he started working with him. Then Diddy was on a series for a little bit, and then he was working. He was always looking out. So I think it was just now looking back, it's like the groomage. Right? Yeah. So I was the BET awards were happening in town. I didn't go because I wasn't nominated. So I'm like, well, I'm not going. I'm not nominated. And I'm just sitting there like at the crib. So about 2 something 30 in the morning, 2:15, 2:30 in the morning, phone rings is unknown number. I don't answer unknown numbers. But my wife's looking at me like, yeah, pick that up.
Now you see this? Diddy Glover could have ruined this man's marriage. If he wasn't trying to smash him, why was Diddy Glover calling from an unknown number? Diddy's calling this man at 2:30 in the morning. He didn't go to the BET Awards because he wasn't nominated. And Diddy Glover was wondering how come he didn't see him there. How come you ain't been calling me? How come you ain't been hanging out with me? Like he told Justin Bieber, Pure Survival. Smash that like button, guys. We need 300 more likes. 300 people double tap that screen. But he called this man, and his wife was saying, who that calling you from an unknown number? So he had to explain, but he didn't even know who it was. Whole time it was Diddy trying to smash. Look, Brandy said a stalker.
In town. I didn't go because I wasn't nominated. So I'm like, well, I gotta go. I'm not going. I'm not nominated. And I'm just sitting there like at the crib. So about 2 something 30 in the morning, 2:15, 2:30 in the morning, phone rings is unknown number. I don't answer unknown numbers. But my wife's looking at me like, yeah. You better pick that up. Know about this. So I put it on speaker. Yeah. Picked it up and said, who's this? It's Sean. I'm like, Sean, it's Pop. Like, oh, it's good. Talking low like this. Talking low. So
Why was Diddy talking low? Can somebody tell me in the chat why did Diddy call this man whispering on the phone? whispering on the phone. Like he's trying to be sneaky at 2:30 in the morning. All the girls and everybody that you could have had in that hotel, he's in there by himself, choking his chicken, wanting who he couldn't have. That's what y'all got to understand about Diddy Glover. He wants who he can't have. He want the straight men. Diddy thinks that his milkshake brings all the straight men to the yard. That's what he thinks about his milkshake. Smash that like button, guys. You know what I'm saying? He whispering on the phone.
Picked it up and say, "Who's this?" Sean. I'm like, "Sean, it's Puff." Like, "Oh, what's good? Talking low like this?" Talking low. So I was like, "Hey, what's good?" I said, "What's crying?" He said, we didn't see you tonight at the BET Awards. We didn't see you tonight." He said, "He checking in." He said, what you doing?" I was like, "Oh man, I'm at the crib." He said, "Oh yeah, we over here at the he said, I'm over here at the Beverly Hills Hotel." I said, "Oh, for real?" I said, "Who over there?" "Just me."
Whoa! Put a one in the chat. Smash that like button if y'all think that that was the night that Diddy was trying to smash. Everybody smash that like button. Have you ever been in a hotel by yourself? If you by yourself at your house, hotel, I don't care where you at, and you calling somebody to try to get them to come over at 2:30 in the morning, that's a booty call. That's a whole booty call. Diddy tried to make a booty call on a married man. Pearl Survival. Chris Brown out here kissing the married women, and Diddy's trying to smash all of the married men. Pearl Survival. And I don't even think it was Chris Brown's fault because the husband should have checked his wife. Why would your wife want to get on stage with Chris Brown knowing he's a freaky deaky motherfucker? You know what I'm talking about? Chris Brown up on stage and shit, girls screaming and your wife went up there knowing Chris Brown is going to do her end up on that goddamn stage. I'm gonna treat you right. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna lick all night. Yeah, yeah. Girl, when I'm in sight. Yeah, yeah. Girl, I'm gonna make you wet the bed. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna make you wet the bed. Had his wife go home, motherfucker, panties soaking wet. Pure survival. I don't blame Christopher for that. I blame the husband for turning a hoe into a housewife. Pure survival. Why would your wife be on stage with Chris Brown? Knowing he gonna get them skins. But anyway, Diddy's calling married men late at night trying to get them over there to smash. Smash that like button, guys. We didn't see you tonight at the BET Awards. We didn't see you tonight." He said, "He checking in." He said, what you doing?" I was like, "Oh man, I'm at the crib." He said, "Oh yeah, we over here at the he said, I'm over here at the Beverly Hills Hotel." I said, "Oh, for real?" I said, "Who over there?" "Just me." Wow.
He said, "You serious?" I said, "Just me." So my wife, yeah, yeah, I'm over here on the suspect list. Oh, I'm like, "Nah, man, I'm in bed, man. I'm
Wow. So his wife thought that him and Diddy was smashing. He said, damn, I'm on a suspect list now. Because he was on speakerphone. So his wife started to think that him and Diddy was actually bombing on each other. Smash that like button, guys. Shout out to God is letting them know, guys. Smash that like button. His wife ready to leave him. Thinking, damn, you think I'm that Diddy smashing me? Like as long as we've been married, that's what you think?
right here. Yeah, I'm over here on the suspect list. Oh, I'm like, "Nah, man, I'm in bed, man. I'm good." He's like, I and just hung up. And that's, "Did he ever give you sign? Did you ever give him any sign? Any reason?" No, nothing whatsoever. So I'm like, man, but now I got smoke in my house. So my wife looking at me like, "What's up?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "I don't know, this man just called me." Like, anyway, so people when I posted that on IG, people was like, the comments was like, "But did you go?" But I left it. They was like, "But you." And I'm like, oh, I gotta respond to this. But I was like, the only way people really listen is if you say, they listen to Dave Chappelle.
Oh wow. So he's saying that people wonder, did he go? When Diddy said, look, I'm at the hotel, I'm by myself, I'm buck ass naked, I got gallons and gallons of baby oil. Are you coming over? I get that you're in bed with your wife. But if you get in bed and spoon with me, if you spoon with me, I'll keep you warmer. I'll keep you warmer than your wife. Come with me if you want to live. Columbus Short, come with me if you want to live. Put a one in the chat if y'all think that he actually went. Put a two in the chat if y'all don't think Columbus went. Because he's saying that people wanted to know because he never said if he got up out his bed in his motherfucker drawers and marched his tasty cakes over to Diddy's dungeon. Because he ain't been in movies since. That's why I don't think that he let Diddy smash because his career started to dwindle. And you know that they have control of your careers. Like if you don't let them blow your back out, they can take away your career. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think Columbus let him smash. Smash that like button, guys. Come on, we need 500 likes. Everybody is in the building.
So anyway, so people when I posted that on IG, people was like, the comments was like, but did you go? But I left it. They was like, but you. And I'm like, oh, I gotta respond to this. But I was like, the only way people really listen is if you say, they listen to Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle say some shit they know is thing. I was like, hell no, I ain't gonna. That's why I look like grown man in a hotel room in the middle of the night. It's ridiculous. Anything's possible with this man. Like Kevin Garnett winning the NBA championships, anything's possible. Oh, yes. Those rings with B. Lily that night. Well, it could have changed everything. So you were not surprised when all of this came out in the open at all? No, I wasn't because I have, as I gotten further deeper into the game, you know, people talk. So I would hear stories, but I never saw nothing. Right.
So he said he wasn't surprised that Diddy got locked up for all of these tasty cakes that he done unraveled because he heard stories of Diddy, and then the fact that he was trying to smash him late at night like that. You know what I'm saying? So he believed every word. You know what I mean? Like that's how you know those people in Hollywood been knew what Diddy and a whole bunch of other people was doing. They knew about what Epstein was doing. They knew about what Harvey Weinstein was doing. Pure survival. They knew about what Clive Davis was doing. He said he heard stories in the industry. It was normalized then, though. But when he sued the Ciroc company, they said, we're going to expose you for going against the machine. Smash that like button, guys.
Well, it could have changed everything. So you were not surprised when all of this came out in the open at all? No, I wasn't because I have, as I gotten further deeper into the game, people talk. So I would hear stories, but I never saw nothing. Right. You know what I mean? So I can't be like. Yeah, because you didn't go to those other parties. Yeah, I didn't know there's after. You didn't go to that hotel. You didn't go to that goddamn hotel. So it's like, have you seen him since that happened? No, we have you so seen him since I saw I did. Okay, so I did see some things.
Whoa! Smash that like button, guys. Everybody. If y'all want to hear, he said so I did see some things. So imagine Terrence Howard, Columbus Short, Justin Bieber's mom Patty, all on this documentary. It's going to be epic. 50 Cent is a genius to get all of them to speak on this documentary on Justin Bieber's behalf.
You seen him since that happened? No, we have you so seen him since I saw I did. Okay, so I did see some things one time. And I did not. I escaped. Well, it's not. That sounds dramatic, but yeah. But I was. I thought. I'm an arts kid, so let me give some context. Growing up in art school. In high school, it was the first time I saw like men, like boys, like they were like we was in junior year, like going together, like holding hands in school and kissing and stuff. I was like, but I I didn't want to judge them. They were talented, you know what I mean. And so there was this understanding and what is it called? Just non judgment about it. Yeah. So I was always been non judgment about people's sexuality, but people that you see that you would not assume doing compromising things. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Buddha.
Yes, booed up. He done seen people bought up and booed up. And baby, bought up and booed up, getting their Will Smith and Dwayne Martin on. Getting their Will Smith and Dwayne Martin on when he had no idea. He seen Jaden Smith and Tyler the Creator when they first got together. Smash that like button, guys. Listen, goddess, they be playing games with the likes. You know what I mean? I think YouTube be stopping them. I think some of the people be actually hitting the like button, but they not letting it show in there. But you see, I keep popping it. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. But this is crazy. Smash that like button.
Sexuality. But, people that you see that you would not assume, doing compromising things. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Booed up. I'm gonna, well, you my brother. I ain't gonna boo up with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You my brother. Yeah, we ain't gonna be sitting too close. Yo, man, if we want to go catch a Marvel movie, nigga, we gotta have a seat in the middle. No. We don't have to have a seat. Okay. Be some spikes. And that's so I'm seeing some things and I was like, man, and so I used to drink a lot. A lot. Like
This is the part where he talks about how they tried to poison him. They tried to R word him. Shout out my baby in the building, Pure Bible. This is when they tried to R word him. Now you see, Diddy couldn't get him up out the bed at 2:30 in the morning while he was in bed with his wife, Pure Bible. And if you notice, Columbus Short said that it's his ex-wife. So put a one in the chat if y'all think that she left him because she think that Diddy really had smashed. Put a two in the chat if y'all think that they just fell apart. You know what I'm saying? How did she become his ex-wife after Diddy tried to invite him to that hotel late at night? You know what I'm saying? We don't know if Diddy climbed to that room like a freak off Peter Pan and came up to their window and pulled Columbus Short out of the goddamn thing and took him to the hotel. We don't know. But the man got poisoned. Listen to this shit.
be some spikes. And that's so I'm seeing some things and I was like, man, and so I used to drink a lot. A lot. Like I could drink a bottle of tequila by myself. And I had got invited to the thing, but I hadn't drank all day. And so this is now, it's night. It's like 11:30, 12. There was only about 14, 15 people in there, but some people. And they were like, Columbus, what you drinking, Columbus? I'm like, I only drink one thing, tequila. And they were like, oh, get him. Oh, we got this. Tequila. So I was like, all right, let me get a shot. So I'm over here, like, we chopping it up. I take my shot. I'm like, boom. So we chopping it up. 5 minutes go by, 7 minutes go by. Something wrong. Uh-uh.
Wow. Put a one in the chat if y'all think that they put something in his drink. Put a two in the chat if y'all think that this was normal behavior. Now he's at Diddy's dungeon, one of his freak off parties. He drinks tequila. He used to drink super heavy. They gave him some tequila. 7 minutes later, he's feeling terrible. He's feeling terrible. That's crazy. And Diddy probably had somebody else go put the shit in his drink. Like, okay, he won't let me pull his pants down, pure survival. We're going to get him poisoned and then we're going to let his pants just remove themselves. Yo, this is wild, guys.
Boom. So we chopping it up. 5 minutes go by, 7 minutes go by. Something wrong. Uh-uh. I'm wrong. Whoa. Something was in your dream. Something wrong. I'm getting dizzy. I'm like, I'm trying to one shot. One shot. So I'm like, I'm trying to stay focused. What I'm hearing, but it's going on. I'm like, I'm like,
Wow. Whoever got dizzy, put a one in the chat if you ever got dizzy off of one shot of liquor. Pure survival. Put a two in the chat if y'all think that that's a damn lie. They tried to poison him. He got dizzy off of one shot. One shot. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. This is crazy. Man.
5 7 minutes go by, something wrong. Uh-uh. Something wrong. Whoa. Something was in your dream. Something wrong. I'm getting dizzy. I'm trying to one shot. So I'm like, I'm trying to stay focused, but I'm hearing, but it was boom. I'm like, I was like, start getting a little sweaty. I was like, oh, something wrong. I gotta find. I was like, but I played it cool. Where's the restroom? Where's the bathroom? So I'm like, they like down this hall. It's like a big ass house. And
Damn, so he trying to find a bathroom. He don't even know where he going. He bumping into freak off vampires, everything, trying to get up out that dungeon. You know what I'm talking about? He's talking about his ex-wife, Cameron Steffens, Superhead. Oh, Corinne Steffens, that what he was married to her? They got a divorce because he was abusive, she said. Wow. So hold on. He was married to Superhead, and Diddy was smashing Superhead too. Yo, they all yo. Who didn't smash Superhead? You remember Superhead had Eddie Winslow going crazy. Eddie Winslow went crazy over that Superhead. Smash it like button. I was like, oh, something wrong. I gotta find. I was like, but I played it cool. Where's the restroom? Where's the bathroom? So I'm like, they like down this hall. It's like a big ass house in Atlanta. So I'm like, walking down the hallway, look like the Starship Enterprise. I go to the bathroom and I put my finger down my throat. Cat back in. Oh, yeah. Because you knew. And my manager was with me, so he kicked in the door. Boom, short, you all right? I was like, bro, I don't know. I was like, son. He's like, the driver's still outside. Let's go. So we go out, and they all met us in like the vestibule. They're like, hey, you good, Sean? And I was like, see. What you mean, am I good? I'm in the bathroom throwing up. He had to put his finger down his throat, guys. His finger down his throat because he knew that he was messed up. He knew that somebody put something in his drink. And then you got the vampires in the hallway asking you crazy questions, talking about, are you okay? Are you okay? Still trying to keep him in the dungeon. Still trying to keep this man in the dungeon. How do y'all think that any of these young kids was able to survive these demons? You know what I'm saying? That allegedly blown their back out. Come on, man. This is crazy. That's why I'm so glad that Terrence Howard teamed up. You know what I'm saying? Because Terrence Howard was already talking about how these people can't live with what happened to them, what they ended up doing, what they sacrificed to get to the level that they got to. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button, guys. We need 500 likes. There's a short life in. Why do you think that is with the creative side? Well, because losing out money. You got to take drugs. You're going through so much shit to try and deal with life. You are literally, it's an unhealthy space. And so eventually you're going to go too far. Who knows what happened to Philip? Who knows what he had to do in order to get to where he was at? There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping. Now, put a one in the chat if y'all think that Usher has things sitting in his head that he can't get over. Put a one in the chat if y'all think that Justin Bieber got stuff in his head that happened to him that he can't get over. This is why he's been using drugs so crazy. Pure survival, throwing bottles of water at paparazzi's, trying to purposely make him crash out, knowing what he went through. You see what I'm saying? This is a horror story. Hollywood shouldn't be that, but it always has been since the 80s and all that shit, 70s, allegedly. You know what I'm talking about? This is crazy. Like Hugh Hefner that's where the parties was at first. Hugh Hefner, the Playboy Bunny, that mansion. That's where a whole lot of freak offs took place. Spells of Bible, but it was normalized. You know what I'm saying? Hugh Hefner was like 7,000 years old when I was like 10. You know, and he walk around with 16, 17 freak off motherfucking snow bunnies. And it was normalized. They showed it on TV, everything. You know what I'm saying? But the game changed. The game changed. It's changing as we go because people are being exposed for this behavior. Smash that like button, guys.
There's a short life in why do you think that is with the creative side? Is well because losing out money. You got to take drugs. You're going through so much shit to try and deal with life. You are literally it's an unhealthy space. And so eventually you're going to go too far. Who knows what happened to Philip? Who knows what he had to do in order to get to where he was at? There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. Well, when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card. What is that? What do you mean by that? You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it.
Wow.
So when you give up,
Put a one in the chat if y'all think that Usher had lost his man card and smash that like button. Put a one in the chat if y'all think that Usher lost his virginity to Diddy Glover. That Usher allegedly lost his virginity to Diddy Glover. And this is why he's still under Diddy Glover's freak off spell. Okay? And look at all the people that put a one in the chat, Usher, that think that, you know what I'm saying, that you said let it burn because it had burnt from whatever Diddy Glover allegedly gave to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man had no idea that Terrence Howard was even going to say that. That's how you know that Terrence Howard is a real one. Can you imagine 50 Cent face like this, Pure Survival, on this new documentary when he hears the things that come out of Terrence Howard mouth? Pure Survival? I told y'all, this is that something smell like shit. Oh my God, somebody fart. This is the smell of, this is the face you make when you step in doo-doo. Terrence Howard shit was so hard. This man's looking like he stepped in motherfucking shit. Oh my God, somebody farted. Oh damn, something smell like shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rent Redder just hit that super chat. Pure survival. Rent Redder, why does this man face look like he smelled like somebody farted? And I'm one of them people, I'm telling you, if I smell fart, I'm very outspoken. I've seen people just sit and fart. Motherfucker pass gas and it stink and they don't say nothing. Me, I be like, oh, who the fuck did that? Something stink. You know what I mean? Somebody needs to be accountable for this fart. And it's times that I farted and I knew it was me and I stayed quiet. Like, so hoping that somebody think it was somebody else. Pure survival. And I tried to walk away, but the fart was still following me. You ever fart and try to walk away and the fart be following you and shit, all in your clothes during survival? But listen, as I said, this shit is crazy, guys. It really is. Your damn man card. What is that? What do you mean by that? You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back. Are you saying what I think you're saying? No, I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman get see how deep it is, guys? It's a spiritual energy. Put a one in the chat if y'all believe in those rituals and things like that that Hollywood allegedly does to people. Put a two in the chat if y'all don't believe it. Why would he say a spiritual energy? A spiritual energy. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing to get your back blowed out. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes into the spirit, that's why I keep the garlic. I keep the garlic to protect my spirit. Everybody put the garlic in the chat. Pills of Bible. We need garlic in the chat. I think it's vampires that could be in the chat. I tell y'all, there's vampires that actually be watching me on live exposing Hollywood. Pills of Bible. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much, baby. Yes, put the garlics in there. We need garlic to protect us all. I'm telling y'all, I don't want y'all to get off alive and then a vampire come flying through your motherfucking window like a freak off Peter Pan. I don't want this to happen to y'all. We got to survive these people. This is just crazy. So you lose a spiritual being. Smash that like button, guys. Double tap that screen. We need 400 likes. Y'all doing excellent.
Something for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right of being a mother and taking care of her family and being the do all those things, when you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was
Wow.
all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing.
You hear that, Usher? You hear that, Usher? That was all the people that went to Diddy Glover's freak off parties that never thought that they were going to have any consequences during survival. That they thought that they could keep doing this casting couch, all of these crazy things, you know what I'm saying? And they would never have to pay for this sick behavior. It's that them days are over, and Terrence Howard is going to let off with 50 Cent on this new surviving Usher documentary. Watch when this shit come out, guys. 50 Cent got the Jay-Z documentary. Ask yourself, why didn't Diddy's sons come out with that Diddy documentary yet? Why didn't King Combs and his weird motherfucking ass come out with that documentary? And remember, he kept saying, I come out with a documentary for my dad because everybody keep talking about my dad when I love my dad so much. That's why I'm going to do my own documentary. See, I'm not worried about 50 Cent because my dad did not blow nobody back out. And my dad, when he had sex with man, when he had sex with man, it was consensual. Because my dad never outward nobody. That's what King Combs tried to say. Built a Bible. You know what I'm talking about? But you ain't dropped your docu-series yet, boy, because you know these other documentaries that 50 Cent coming out with is crucial. 50 was going to do a whole goddamn surviving King Combs documentary. That's what probably made his ass sit down and play with his goddamn Barney. King Cole said, "Look, I'm gonna play with my Barney. I'm not fucking with 50 Cent." King Cole said, "Look, I'm gonna play with my Barney." 50 Cent, "No, I'm not. Gonna dip it back you. Play. Do not put out a document about me. I'm gonna play with my body. Look, see, my body love me so much." 50 Cent, "You're not mad because I got this Barney from my dad. My dad got me there for quite bad." Smash that like button, guys. That's Diddy Glover's freak off twin, King Cole. That's how that motherfucker talk. I'm telling you, brother Bible. Was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out by some over greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card. You see that? And they get fluid. Now you know what the fluid is? Do y'all remember when Ray J showed that he was 16 months pregnant, pure survival? When Ray J came out talking about I got one wish and his stomach was all the way the fuck out here? That was the fluids. That was the freak off sperm cells. Diddy got Ray J pregnant. Allegedly, Ray J was pregnant by Diddy Glover. Pure survival. They were going to have a freak off bundle of joy. But I guess Ray J been in and out of the hospital, so he had a miscarriage. He had a freak off miscarriage. But that's from all of the freak off fluids that was in Ray J's back that formed the child. Smash that like button, guys. Come on, everybody, get them likes up. We need 300 more likes. We almost got 1,000 likes. Y'all are doing it and doing it and doing it well. Doing it and doing it and doing it well. Shout out to everybody in the building, guys. They get fluid, and next thing you know, once it go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what. Yeah, I mean, one of the things you're seeing, you went to a whole different place. No, no, I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that. They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. Wow. He said you see Justin Bieber struggling with this. You see Justin Bieber struggling with this. And Terrence Howard said they can't get it out of their head. So Usher can't get Diddy Glover out of his head, and nor can Justin Bieber get it out of his head. These demons. You know what I mean? Shout out Sir King motherfucking Combs. Just said smash that like button, hit that hype button, turn on all your notifications. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you know what? You just helped me, Sir King Combs, because I be forgetting to tell motherfuckers that. Pure survival. Make sure y'all turn on all y'all notifications so y'all will be notified when I'm going live during survival. Cause this time I just usually just go live. I don't give out a warning or nothing. Like I just pop that shit, you know. But this is crazy, man. Get them likes up. This the same way he tried to smash Columbus Short. He tried to smash Terrence Howard with the same shit. Can you be my acting coach? So maintain your man card, no matter what. Man, I mean, one of the things you're seeing, you went to a whole different place. No, no, I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that. They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. The women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul. You see that? You see that? They trade their bodies. They don't have the shit that they came in the game with. Like, look at Little Kim, pure survival. Little Kim went from Little Kim to Latoya Jackson, pure survival. Little Kim looked like Michael Jackson slash Leprechaun in the goddamn hood because she had sacrificed herself. You know what I'm saying? When you let these people sleep with you so you can get to another level in Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? There's no way that Madonna that Modana is 17,000 years old and she still looks like she's 22. Pure survival. That's all of that surgery, that demonic goddamn surgery. They be tearing their faces up. You know what I'm talking about? Like it just doesn't make no sense. It's like you don't know what to do with this money. There's people out there that wish they had the money and shit and to do the right thing with. But once you get into this Hollywood stuff and you start selling your soul for a freak off jelly roll, they just start doing anything. They just start doing anything. You know what I'm saying? And even with Beyonce, when she started changing her skin complexion, I defended Beyonce, pure survival. I couldn't defend her about the halitosis allegations. You know what I'm saying? Because I've never been in Beyonce face, pure survival. But I heard that her breath was very horrible and something very strong to deal with as having conversations with her. But I've never conversated with Beyonce to endure her breath up close. But when she started changing her skin complexion and they said she was trying to look like a white woman, and people started saying that she looked like Michael Jackson. I said, I'm not gonna let y'all say that Beyonce looked like Michael Jackson. She might look like Tito Jackson. I mean, she kind of resembled Jermaine Jackson, but I'm not gonna let y'all say that she looked like Michael Jackson. So I defended her when her skin color started changing. You know what I'm saying? But these people are crazy. Smash that like button. It's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. The women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men, we produce. Now, what benefit is it if you wanted to be an actor and a star? You know what I'm saying? And it took for you to get a train ran on you by a whole football team, pure survival. You get your Oscars, but you don't have the walls in your kitty cat, real pure Bible that you started with. You no longer have any walls in that kitty cat. Real. You can literally park a mobile home inside of that cat. You know what I'm talking about? You get inside that cat and just fall in that motherfucker. Pure the Bible. You start seeing motherfuckers. You know, Tyrese, what are you doing in this motherfucker? Why you want to act like that? Genuine, what you doing inside of this vagina? Pure the Bible. You start seeing people you know inside of that vagina. You know what I'm saying? You end up losing the walls that you came in with. And then that smell start to funk all the way up in the air. When the whole room light up like Christmas, Pills of Bible, you gotta put some gum in that motherfucking kitty cat. Real Pills of Bible. I don't give a damn. Douche ain't working. Put a peppermint inside of that motherfucker. It's funky as hell in here. Somebody turn the heat down. Smash that like button, guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all the hardest, rawest, straight off the top comedic bars. Y'all got to give me my credit during survival. I don't know I'm about to say this shit. I'm just demonstrating on what I feel and what I think about these kitty cats. Real. Smash that like button. You know, like I feel like that messes up. Like really, you know what I mean? No disrespect, you know, to any women out there that's dealing with the functified kitty cat with the functified. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, it's something out there that you can help put, you know, potpourri something inside of there. But you got to think when I want to get married and I want a man to be with me forever. He has to accept this funk that I done got in Hollywood and accept the fact that I have no walls. My back is totally gone. So just don't give up. You know what I mean? For a reason. Don't let these people do this to y'all. They get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary. You don't trade that in, no matter what. Did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it? Hell yeah. What was the consequence? I mean, you said no. Buffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, you know, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Wow. Wow. Everybody smash that like button if y'all heard the actor Columbus Short say that Diddy asked him the same thing. Diddy told Columbus Short, I want you to be my acting coach. He lies to Terrence Howard, and Terrence Howard, hazelnut eyes, no Diddy Glover, pure survival, but I feel like Terrence Howard, hazelnut eyes is what got Diddy Glover. Terrence didn't know though. Terrence was staring at Diddy, and Diddy looked like, oh my God, pure survival. I want those hazelnut eyes. Y'all see how dark my eyes is? Diddy Glover would have been like, ew, I don't want you, Jamel, pure survival. You need some hazelnut eyes. My shit too black. Cause and then I got garlic. I got garlic inside my eyes. So I look at Diddy, my shit, this shit probably burn his motherfucking eyebrows off. Yeah, I'm ready and prepared for y'all vampires. Pure survival. I even got a bow and arrow with garlic imprinted in the joint. So if I gotta shoot one of them bow and arrows off at one of them motherfuckers, did he right the neck? Pure survival. Yeah, I'm talking about vampire juice start squirting all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button, everybody. We need 300 more likes. We can do it. Put your back into it. If you still got a back, smash that like button because we can do it. Put your back into it. But if you ain't got no back no more, don't even hit that like button. But this is crazy though. That this is how Diddy smashes dudes. Like he tell him he want him to act the coach, take him shopping. It's crazy. He said no. Buffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, you know, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I'm playing the music, and he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like,
he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh.
Wow. I think he's trying to smash you. You know what I'm talking about? God has said, I needed this laugh. Well, you know where to come to. Pills of Bible. You know what I'm talking about? Because you definitely gonna get it over here. For sure. Look at his face. So his goddamn assistant knew that Diddy was trying to smash Terrence Howard. What grown man tells another grown man to tell another grown man, hey, can you let him know that I want to hang out with him again? Ain't that something you do when you're a little kid and inside the damn in school? Hey, look, after school, you want to hang out? You want to come spend the night at my house? Diddy's talking like a grown ass baby. Talking about he want to hang out with this man. No, you wanted to hang from that man's testicles. You wanted to swing from his pubic hairs. Smash that like button, guys. This is crazy.
So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in and make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back.
Now, y'all see that? We need to get those numbers of producers. He said it's numbers of producers. Now, it's just not Diddy. That's why I was like, Usher, how could you play like Diddy's innocent? But all of them other people are just as bad too. So you can't act like any of them is innocent. He said a number of producers was trying to smash Pure Survival. A number of producers wanted some of Terrence Hazelnut odds. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. They were gazing. They were gazing. This is crazy. I love me some Usher, but no, they all jacked up. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I already admitted to y'all. Like last year, me and my woman went to Usher's concert, Pure Survival, around the Diddy trial time. I didn't even want to go at first. I'm like, I ain't trying to go to his shit. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I know I was talking shit on YouTube, Pure Survival. I'm like, the vampires probably in that motherfucker, like, there you go get him. So I didn't want to go at first. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. This is in Vegas. The Usher concert, it was actually a great concert. I couldn't believe it. Pure Survival. I was having the time of my motherfucking life. I forgot that he was a demon for a minute. That motherfucker skating around in those damn skates. I'm like, how in the fuck is he doing that? Then he start walking around with these big ass bodyguards and a basket full of cherries. Looking at my woman face, Pure Survival. I'm like, Ursula, you better not try to put a cherry in her mouth. Pure Survival. You know what I'm talking about? He coming around putting cherry. I said, go ahead, Usher, go ahead. I'll eat the cherry, but don't put it in her mouth. Pure Survival. Here you go. Here, give it to me, Ursula. It's like, no, look, y'all funny. But no, he was really going around with these goddamn cherries. Look, we had fun. Yes, we did. Pure Survival, sweetheart. And we had the VIP section, everything. I said, damn, Usher really could perform his ass off. And I said, look, sweetheart, we got to snap out of it, okay? We are here to expose these people. We ain't supposed to be liking this damn concert. We was having the time of our life in that motherfucker. But so what that he's a good damn performer. Usher, you need to snitch on Diddy. You disappointed us all, taking up for that man, talking about his integrity and all the greatness he did. I would have been cool with him saying that if he would have said something about the bad that he did, though. You keep talking about his greatness, but what about the things that you know that he did publicly, Usher? You know what I'm saying? Stuff to you.
It's a difference when a guy walks in a
It's a
room
difference, Usher.
be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in and make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing. And have lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that shit because the man card means everything. I know.
And you gotta respect him for that. Cause that's how they set you up. Terrence Howard said, no, I don't want to play the LBG role. And no disrespect to the LBG community. You can't get mad if he don't want to play that role. Because he know if you do that in Hollywood, now they feel like, oh, okay, we got him to kiss Tom Hanks in that movie, Pure Survival, Philadelphia Part 2. Okay, so we could probably smash him. You see how he was tongue kissing Tom? Yeah, Terrence with the freaky dicky. So he knew that that was a setup. So he said, absolutely not. So Usher, for you to sit here and defend Diddy like this is very mind blowing. It's very mind blowing.
Some people are persecuted and maybe not recognized for the greatness, that they offer. I don't have anything negative to say about Sean Combs because my experience was not what the world has seen and how he's been, misrepresented. Um, I'm not saying that every man is perfect. I'm not saying that all of us don't have flaws, but can't, with any sense of humanity, not recognize the valuable contributions that this man made.
And that's all he's tried to say sneakily about Diddy. I'm not saying nobody's perfect. Da 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 da. Da. I'm not saying all men. Well, why couldn't you had said anything about his flaws? Diddy Glover had a whole goddamn public trial that everybody knew what he did and things that he done got away with allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button, guys. We need 200 more likes. Everybody double tap that screen. And shout out to all of y'all, because y'all are survivors. Y'all are not naive. Y'all don't just let the system just tell y'all anything. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love social media, because we have an opinion, we have a voice. So we don't have to listen to a narrative that they done painted. And in all this time, you got kids on the damn menu allegedly being ate. You know what I'm saying? And all of these videos that Diddy was doing, and you hear the things that he was saying out of his mouth, and you act like he ain't do nothing to you or Justin, you could just listen to the shit and be like, damn, that was inappropriate as a motherfucker. Welcome to Wash Mojo, and today we're looking at moments featuring Sean Diddy Combs that have taken on a chilling new tone in light of 21st century allegations, lawsuits, and investigations against the disgraced music mogul. I don't know what you're talking about. Now let's see these crazy things. Talk about a shocking choice of words. When Sean Diddy Combs appeared on Martha and Snoop's potluck dinner, the rapper was playfully asked what he wanted his final words to be. His response, are you ready for this? When I die, I want my last words to be, I did it. Everyone laughed at the. Wow. Do y'all hear what he said? Diddy Glover said his final words before he leave this earth, Usher. Your homeboy, your lover, your Diddy Glover lover said his final words before he passed away. He want to say that I did it. Put a one in the chat if y'all think that that's a confession. Put a two in the chat if y'all think that Diddy was just talking. The man knew that he done horrible things. That's why he wanted his final words to say, I did it. Come on, man. Smash that like button. We almost there, guys. Let's go. Let's get them likes up. Salute to everybody. We got 1,500 people in the building. That man said, I did it. What did he do? Was he talking about Kim Porter right there? Was he talking about Biggie right there? Was he talking about Black Rob right there? Was he talking about Tupac? What did he do? Playfully asked what he wanted his final words to be. His response, are you ready for this? When I die, I want my last words to be, I did it. Everyone laughed at the time, assuming it was just Diddy playing up his bad boy persona. But in the context of the explosive allegations in the 2020s. And look who was sitting at the table. Did y'all notice Usher was sitting at the table? I just noticed that. Look who's sitting at the damn table when Diddy just said, I did it.
I did it. Everyone laughed at the time, assuming it was just Diddy playing up his bad.
Look who's sitting at the table. His girlfriend at the end of the goddamn table. Brother Bible. Look at Usher. And y'all know Diddy was so mad that you was far away like that, that Martha Stewart made y'all stay far away, Brother Bible. Because I know Diddy wanted to play footsies. Diddy probably wanted to play footsies, but Martha said, no, y'all gonna have to break this shit up. Pure survival. Me and Snoop Dogg, we are high right now. We high as hell, and y'all gonna blow out our high, Diddy, if you and Usher sit here and keep playing motherfucking footsies. So I gotta put you at the end of this table, and I gotta put Usher right there. It is very, very mysterious that the day Diddy say, I did it, Usher is sitting right there acting like he didn't do nothing. And he said in front of your face, Usher, that I did it. You could get another pair of Super Bowl skates. Forget the pair that Diddy got you. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button, guys. This is wild.
His response. Are you ready for this? When I die, I want my last words to be, I did it. Everyone laughed at the time, assuming it was just Diddy playing up his bad boy persona. But in the context of the explosive allegations in the 2020s, the statement feels jarringly ominous. With the soundbite resurfacing, many now say it sounds more like a confession than a harmless quip. Sometimes the most unsettling things are said when the cameras are rolling. And we all want to know that. Khloe Kardashian's Diddy Party revelation. In an episode of
And look at these other freak off vampires.
Kardashian chatted about attending one of Diddy's infamous parties alongside a crowd of other high-profile celebrities. So who was with you this weekend? A bunch of my friends. Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber.
Wow. Diddy, Justin Bieber, Quincy. Oh my God. Wow. Like, oh my God. Like, Becky, like, look at her butt. I mean, like, right over there. Like, it's out there. Like, oh my God. We got to get our surgery done. Yes. Kim, come on. That's how Kim Kardashian talk. Pure survival. She'd be like, come on, guys. Let's go. We're going to get our brand new butts. Look at my lips. Look at my surgery lips, guys. Doesn't it look like I give great head? They was going to a freak off motherfucking party, Diddy's freak off party, and she said Justin Bieber was there. This is when Kim Kardashian was allegedly molesting Justin Bieber. Bill's on Bible. She's a part of it too. Put a one in the chat if y'all think the Kardashians are demonic, just as bad as Diddy, maybe even worse. Put a two in the chat if y'all think the Kardashians ain't never been a part of any of this secret freak off society. Look at all the people that's got a one in the chat. Look at all the people that got a one in the chat. You know what I mean? Then Kimberly talk about she want to be a lawyer. Your dad was a lawyer, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? You done had too many motherfucking million man march inside of that kitty cat. Real pure survival. Who are you going to be able to defend? You couldn't even defend your walls. Smash that like, but when they were getting beat up.
Profile celebrities. So who was with you this weekend? A bunch of my friends. Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber, so far French Montana. I don't know half the people you're naming. What stood out most was her casual revelation that, quote, everyone was naked. The people there were butt naked. You would have loved it. Okay, so
Wow. So she said half of the party, everybody was butt naked. A whole butt naked party. You telling me that this is not no confession? You know what I'm saying? Like she said everybody was naked at the party. So you can tell that this was normal. Look, they are evil. These mother effers are freaks. I can't stand any one of them. Girls on Bible. Listen. Yo, she said everybody was naked at the party. So that was a normal thing for them to do. Everybody smash that like button. We need 100 more likes. We could do it. We need 100 more likes. She said everybody was naked at the party. Same thing that girl said. You know what I'm saying?
what stood out most was her casual revelation that, quote, everyone was naked. The people there were butt naked. You would have loved it. Okay, so naked partygoers at a celebrity bash might seem like typical Hollywood excess. But paired with new information about what allegedly happened at some of Diddy's events, it becomes harder to laugh off. Another woman is accusing Sean Diddy Combs of sexual assault in a lawsuit. Chloe's comment now points to an alleged environment of unchecked debauchery that may have included manipulation, coercion, or worse. Wanting to party with the princes. Over for some tea or something, and we can kick it. Diddy's parties and their guest list.
Look, Diddy was trying to smash the prince right there. He was even trying to smash the prince.
Diddy went on to talk about wanting to party with the princes when they were, quote, young bucks, and implied they would be interested because of their reputation for mischief. For when they were young bucks growing up, and they were getting in a lot of trouble themselves. So, hey, I was like, why don't you come hang out with me? In hindsight,
Why do he always want to hang out with young people? Did y'all see that? He said, I wanted to party with y'all when y'all were young bucks. He didn't want to party when they grew up, when they were old enough to fucking party. Peel the Bible. He said, I wanted to party when y'all was young bucks. I was like, well, I wanted y'all to party with me. That's the same thing he wanted to do with Justin Bieber. If Diddy would have acted his age, he wouldn't even be locked up right now. She said, because he's a predator. Peel the Bible, secret of the truth. You know what I'm saying? He said, I wanted to party when they were young bucks. Like, I think Diddy is a trans. Why would you want to hang with some? Man, I don't get it.
trust me, they're off the list. Diddy went on to talk about wanting to party with the princes when they were, quote, young bucks, and implied they would be interested because of their reputation for mischief. For when they were young bucks growing up, and they were getting in a lot of trouble themselves. So, hey, I was like, why don't you come hang out with me? In hindsight, some are questioning why a grown man in his 40s would have been so fixated on partying with two young men, with the accusations in the 2025 criminal trial having involved vulnerable individuals. The moment doesn't read quite as innocently anymore. So Sean Diddy Combs, a music mogul, is facing a series of new civil lawsuits, including allegations he sexually assaulted two teenagers. After parties with Ellen DeGeneres. Hello, Diddy.
And we know, put a one in the chat if y'all think Ellen DeGeneres is just as guilty during survival. Put a two in the chat if y'all think that Ellen DeGeneres is innocent. She was used to sit there and talk to Diddy in codes and pretend she never been to the daggone party. Literally talking in codes. You know what I'm saying? And she ran from out the country, tried to come back into the country. Like, all of these people, all of them was guilty.
Music mogul is facing a series of new civil lawsuits, including allegations he sexually assaulted two teenagers. After parties with Ellen DeGeneres. Hello, Diddy, puppy daddy. Love. Looking at past interactions between Sean Diddy Combs and Ellen DeGeneres is quite eye-opening. Combs made multiple appearances on Ellen's show, where his infamous parties were a frequent topic of lighthearted banter. At one point, Ellen even extended an invitation for him to attend one of her own. Are you going to be early for my party? Yes, I am. No. No. You know I have to arrive fashionably late. However, during a particular appearance, Diddy brought up his legendary after parties. Ellen's response? That would be a curious. Now I know about them.
Look, she says she knows about them, but pretended that you didn't know about them. I heard that Ellen was mean, like all her co-workers said she was mean and a motherfucker built a Bible. And I used to think that Ellen was a nice person. I'm not gonna lie. When I used to see Ellen and watch her show, I was like, oh, she's super nice. You know what I'm saying? She like black people, everything. She's nice. You know what I'm talking about? But come to find out that she was allegedly treating people very, very messed up. Like she was horrible, I heard. You know what I'm talking about? That's crazy. Look, I heard she was mean too. She the devil. Wow. And then she made a freak off joint. She made her studio after Epstein. Come on now. Smash that like button, guys. We need 70 more likes. 70 people smash that like button. That's how you know she crazy.
During a particular appearance, Diddy brought up his legendary after parties. Ellen's response? That would be a curious. Now I know about them. Of course, these parties ultimately became a focal point in allegations against the rapper, and the clip is now scrutinized not for what was said, but for what wasn't. And then, we have the top two floors of the Cheesecake Walk. A piece of cheesecake.
Making the Band was a reality TV series that followed Sean Diddy Combs as he searched for.
And y'all remember how evil he was to them? All of them people mean. Like, he made them people go and get a cheesecake, scared Wendy Williams, threatened her allegedly after seeing her son. I mean, nope, I peeped she was evil a while ago, especially when she basically humiliated what she say? Humiliated audience members who played her little game. Yeah, yo, it's crazy.
Okay. This week has been hella exhausting. However, in 2017, things got awkward on Wendy's talk show when the conversation turned to her then 16-year-old son, Kevin Hunter Jr. While promoting Can't Stop, Won't Stop, Diddy stressed that the film wasn't about money, but about uplifting Black men and women. As the audience applauded, Williams brought up her son, prompting Diddy to say he'd met Kevin backstage and called him, quote, a great young man. As the mother of a now 16-year-old.
Who I met backstage, who is great, great young.
Thank you. Williams' uneasy reaction was hard to miss. And in light of allegations of inappropriate interest,
And Wendy Williams was super scared when Diddy said, "Yeah, I met your son backstage." Because you remember Wendy was exposing Diddy. You know what I mean? She was first to do it. And look at her. I still don't know if Wendy Williams is still on this earth. I still want to believe that Wendy Williams is here. But trust me, with them cloning people, with them, you know what I'm saying, doing all types of stuff, I don't know. I don't know if Wendy Williams is still here on this earth. But I do know that Diddy Glover was allegedly kicking in Usher's tasty cakes, waving the 4-4. All you heard was Diddy Glover don't smash me no more. I do know that.
Kick in the door, wave in the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Let's go. Kick in the door, wave in the 4-4. Hey, hey, hey. Kick in the door, wave in the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Let's go. Kick in the door.
Look at that man face. Look how excited Diddy look. Guys, look. Smash that like button if Diddy right there, that face look evil right there. Look how demonic he looks with that goddamn cupcake on the top of his head. Pure survival. Yeah, I'm talking about, and I told y'all, look at his headline. Diddy's headline, when he first came out, his headline was right here. This where his headline was at. That motherfucker start backing the fuck up. Girl, you look good. Won't you back that thing up? You's a fine motherfucker. Won't you back that thing up? Headline and backed up. And he just looks so demonic right there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Him in that demonic cupcake. Smash that like button. And Usher, look at you. You look like you was having the time of your life. Feel some Bible. You all sweaty and oiled up. Talking about kick in the door, wave in the 4-4. All you heard was Diddy Glover, don't smash me no more. Yo, get them likes up, guys. Get them likes up. We almost had 1,000 likes. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to do. But this is crazy.
Kick in the door, wave in the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Let's go. Kick in the door, wave in the 4-4. Hey, hey, hey.
Boy, that was so bromantic. That was so bromantic of them. Yeah, I'm saying? Kick in the door, wave in the 4-4. All you heard was Usher don't smash Russell Simmons no more. Pure survival. Kick in the door, wave in the 4-4. All we see is Usher smashing Russell on the floor. You know what I'm saying? He's blowing his back out without the yoga pants, without Russell Simmons freak off yoga pants. These are the yoga shorts. Tasty cakes in the air like a freak off kangaroo. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? And did you hear Justin Bieber Usher's diss song? Justin Bieber done came out with a Justin came out with a Usher and a Diddy's diss song. You know what I'm saying? Let's hear it.
today,
Let's hear it. Smash that like button, guys. We gotta hear Justin Bieber's Usher's diss song. In the city, did even get a new car. Minnesota's on the new song. This is my shit. Oh my god, damn, they done. Hold on, where is it at? Here we go. Smash that like button, guys. Justin Bieber's Usher diss song. You promised me a new car when you try to take my drawers off. And I know I done booked time, but it's time now. And he wanted it slow. I want it faster. Give me the password. Slide Diddy, you think. I said you 60. When did he try to hit this? You knew what he tried to do to me. Give me that wee wee. Nothing CC, the CC now. And he had to pick me up. And I was like, no. I said, you think I'm slow. See, but you in that hospital. And now you wanna help them. Trying to get out of jail. But nothing now. Never slow. Move faster. Give me that pasta. Side city. Turn me. They see. And he try to kiss me. Did it miss me? This is crazy, guys. I done turned into Justin Bieber. Praise the Bible. Did y'all see my butt Justin Bieber's mustache? Look at my Justin Bieber's mustache, guys. Look at that. I got the Justin Bieber mustache going on during survival. This is how much I'm standing for you, Justin. Me and Justin turned into twin motherfucking brothers, pure survival. But I'm the twin that's going to expose Hollywood. Justin, don't you worry about it. I'm going to back you up during survival. You know what I'm talking about? This is just crazy, man. These people need to be held accountable. And that's what we do, guys. We hold these demons accountable. She said, y'all wrong. You know what I'm saying? Put a one in the chat if y'all want to see this Usher 50 Cent documentary. Someone said Timo Justin. Damn, they called me a Timo Justin. There's a Bible. This is crazy. Yes, pure survival, ladies and gentlemen. Stacy said, OMG, Jamel. Yes, it's going down. Look, everybody want to see the docu series. That's why I'm standing with 50 Cent, guys. I'm standing with him, and I'm standing with Justin and all the other, you know, victims out there. All the other alleged victims. What up, player? You know what I'm saying? Free my grandma. Larry Jones, free Larry Jones, grandmom, y'all. We got to let grandma up out there. Start a new Hollywood. Yes, I like that, Ronald, because that's what we trying to do over here. Rashonda, I'm sorry. 50 water is not clean either, though. That's cool. Long as he exposed these people, you know what I mean? Hopefully, if that's the case, then maybe he's in a repentant mode. You know what I mean? I don't know 50 Cent doing nothing, but I'm not going to put it past the fact that, okay, a lot of people done made certain choices or whatever, but you may want to turn the leaf and do the right thing. And all I know what he's been doing is the right thing, calling these people out. So I don't know him for doing nothing else. You know what I'm saying? My grandmom in the Epstein files too. Oh my God, Larry, pure survival. Your grandmom was backing it up in the Epstein files? Grandmom was backing it up, putting the dust kitty cat on them? That's crazy. So grandma got the dust blown out. She didn't get her back blown out. She got the dust blown out. Shout out to grandma. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We in the building, man. Look, they said Grammy. Yeah, Grammy holding it down. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Look, you have been right all along about everything. Thank you so much, Sandy. I try to tell them, and Sandy, when I do it, they get mad. Like the weirdos and the Hollywood people that they send over here to try to stop us from you know what I'm saying, speaking facts. But we don't care. We just continue to carry it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see what God has said? Super chats are open and donations are appreciated. Pure Bible. Thank you so much, goddess. You heard what she said to the mind of Makusa. You heard what she said to the mind of Makusa. I'm watching from Ghana. Shout out to Ghana. I'm trying to come down there straight up. I want to go to Ghana. I want to go to Jamaica. But y'all gotta understand, I'm from the '90s, guys. So when I come down there, like I'm gonna be down there singing a lot of Jamaican stuff. Like I'm coming down there on a flex. Time to have sex. The sex. Time to have sex. That's my shit. Come on, Ricky. Girl, be pity bounce at the city. Is that Jamaican? Look, I'm fucking up. But like I said, shout out to all of y'all. Yes, smash that like button, man. We gonna continue to carry it at all times. Anybody who gets mad at a person speaking facts, in my opinion, are individuals who are just pissed. You know what I mean? Treating them need to be facts. And that's why we don't pay them no mind. You know what I mean? You're absolutely right. You know, especially during survival to say something like that, something big, something deep that could just sink into their heads. When dummies come and say stupid stuff, I just hold on to my garlic like it's a baby. I hold on to my garlic like it's a baby. It protects me from the demons. Say hi to the baby. And this is not Diddy and Ray J's baby. This is my baby. Pure Bible. My garlic baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 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 yeah. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. And if you got a pure survival video, okay, I said you can make a 1 minute video. You know, my Instagram, Jamil Peterson, Mr. I Am Comedy. If you send me a 1 minute video of you doing your best pure survival impersonation, or you just talking about something you're surviving, you know, during survival, pure survival, send me a video and I might upload it during survival. You dig? Salute to all of y'all, man. Let's continue exposing these demons. Oh, goodness gracious. God has just sent me a gift before I got off. Pure survival. Shout out, Goddess. You know what I'm saying? Just sent me some presents before I go. You know how we do. We run in the show. We keep on jamming. You know that we slamming. We, you know that we slamming. If you mess with me, you're gonna be in trouble, just like Nick Cannon. Say no. Eating that chili. You know I'm from Philly. You know that I'm silly. I'm keeping it real.